there will not be any Iran exemption. Over the weekend at the G20 meeting, the Russian and Saudi Arabian energy ministers announced a working group to monitor oil markets that boosted prices higher yesterday. In addition, and sort of in combination with that, President Putin last week in an interview with Bloomberg said that it would be, quote, unfair to Iran to require them to participate in a freeze so soon after nuclear sanctions were lifted. So these recent Russian moves have led many to believe that a freeze agreement actually can be reached in Algeria because it potentially exempt Iran from participation. We see the Iran exemption as a non-starter for Saudi Arabia. The long-standing Saudi policy is that it will agree to a freeze as long as all producers, OPEC and major non-OPEC, participate as well. Now, setting aside this requirement for non-OPEC producers to participate, what Saudi Arabia is actually doing is intently focused on Iranian production. And the policy comes from the top. In April, before the last freeze meeting, the Deputy Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman said, without a doubt, Iran must participate in the freeze. And I'm quoting from him, if all countries, including Iran, and then he went on to name Russia, Venezuela, OPEC countries, and all main producers decide to freeze production, quote, we will be among them. But then he also added a warning saying that if anyone decides to raise their production, quote, then we will not reject any opportunity that knocks on our door, end quote. So fast forward to July, the Saudis hit record production of 10.69 million barrels a day, and I think August is looking to be even higher. So we take the Deputy Crown Prince MBS at his word, no freeze without Iran.
Wow. These guys, I love the cartoon that we have for that. These guys say one thing, do the other. So you think that the production number for August is going to be a big number too?
I do. The Saudis kind of hinted at that when they announced the July number. They gave it the minister. There's sort of a little flap about an interview that the minister gave, and they put out the draft transcript before the market closed. And in any event, they hinted in that interview that August could be potentially higher. And they caution that they're, quote, not flooding the market, but they're doing this only because customers are asking for their crude. And so they're just simply responding to the market.
They can't
there's a lot of commentators, who think the Saudis are doing this to pressure other OPEC members to agree to a freeze. We think that's completely wrong. We think what they're actually doing is really trying to pressure non-OPEC, specifically U.S. production. And as you know, we think they're more concerned about oil at $50 than they are at $40 because it gives U.S. shale a lifeline.